Welcome back to Clapbox Garage. Today we're going to be working on the E36. This is my 1997 BMW 328i. Today we're going to just be doing some light maintenance to it, doing the brakes, and getting it ready for a little bit of a car show. The car show I briefly mentioned is Euro Classic at Grand Bend Motorplex. This is probably the biggest European car show in all of Canada, and I'm always excited to attend it. I've been going for 5 years now, only missing it one time 4 years ago, but this is actually my first time taking up one of my Euro cars, so it was extra exciting to me. Everything went great for the first half of the weekend. However, the AC on my car decided to give out on the drive there. There was also a heat wave in Ontario with the temperatures hitting 41 degrees Celsius. So that mixed with no shade at the event made for a pretty brutal weekend in the sun. Heat stroke was creeping in, so I ended up leaving early on Sunday. However, it was still one of the best years I've been. This is also why there was no upload last weekend. It was a rough week of recovering for me, but I should be back on it for the rest of the summer. I'll talk more about the event later, but I feel like I didn't hype up how big and important this event was to me, and how big of a deal it was to actually get this car done for this event. So now that I caught you up, enjoy the rest of the video.
Go ahead. That was good. Y'all are sick fucks for wanting to just get abused like that.
Realistically, it doesn't need much, just brakes, quick polish up, hopefully get these headlights looking clean, and yeah, I only have a week to do it. Today's Saturday the 28th, but the date for the car show Euro Classic is July 6th to 8th, so I have like 6 days to get this done, so not much time, but doesn't need much, so we'll see where we can get it at in the little amount of time I got. Show is about an hour and a half drive, so it'll be a nice test for the reliability on this thing. Completely stock cooling system. I've done no mods to it, just preventative maintenance. I've probably driven it like 10,000 kilometers. It's been a very good car to me for the price I paid as well. It had its rust issues and still does, but it's been dealt with for the most part. I'll go into detail more about that in another video, but today we're just going to be doing the minor stuff, so enjoy. Alright, so first thing, we're going to jack up the car and then take the wheels off and then just start hitting everything with penetrating fluid. Hopefully everything breaks off easy because it is extremely rusty, so it'll be fun to see how it goes. And then hopefully the calipers aren't too bad, because all I have right now are the rotors and pads, just for the rear right now, and then the fronts are on the way. So yeah, today probably just getting everything off for now and see how that goes. Oh my god, it's horrible. solid. Alright, it's jacked up now. It took way too long. This ground is super uneven, so it's hard to get all the jacks lined up. We're good now. No major issues. Now we can just start ripping the wheels off. But yeah, that took way too long and was a little bit sketchy. So hopefully we can get a 2-post lift in here. Make all these little jobs a breeze. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. So yeah, as you can see, I've needed brakes for a long while now. Pad life's not terrible, but does not matter. These are awful. Calipers are good, which is good to see. Front suspension looks good. The rear is definitely bad. As I was jacking it up, you could see the shot is just done for. It was just spazzing out, coming back up. So I'm not planning on driving this thing hard. Just taken to the show. Hopefully it makes it there. Rear calipers are a little bit worse, but not bad. Way worse on the pad life. A lot worse on this, and then got the good old drum brake we have to replace as well for the e-brake. Calipers are good though, so that's nice to see. Alright, so basically to get this off, I have to take off this metal bracket, unbolt the slider bolts, which have these cap covers on it, and they're an Allen bolt, a 7. It's a very awkward size. None of my kits had them. I had to borrow it from my friend's kit who has a Beamer, so I'm assuming it's a BMW thing. But yeah, once I do that, this will slide off, and then I just gotta take this off, and then it's good to go. So I'm gonna do all this off camera most likely. Not too sure how to do it. It'll be easier to do without a camera on my head. So yeah. Alright, the fronts are all done and out. The bearing's definitely seen better days, but it'll last for now. Not terrible. Everything else went pretty well. The worst part was taking these bolts out for the carrier of the caliper. Wasn't too bad, just needed a little bit more elbow grease than expected, but with these rust boxes, that is expected, to be fair. Same thing on this side. The wheel bearing's a little bit worse. It has a little bit of crunchiness to it, like a little bit of noise. Doesn't really spin freely, but same thing, it'll last. There's no play. Got the caliper zip tied up for now, and then I'm gonna go do the rears. Then when I do the rears, hopefully it'll be just as easy, but they have the drum brake in it, so it might be a little bit harder getting this off. I do believe the e-brake is seized, so that'll be fun to deal with. That being said, I'll try to actually film this side because it might be a bit more challenging. See how it goes from there. Alright, so I have all the tools here that I should need. Basically, I'm going to take this off, take the slider bolts out. The caliper will then come out. I'll zip tie it to the spring to get it out of the way. Take the carrier off, take this bolt out, and then this should come off. And then we're good to start taking apart the drum brake assembly. So hopefully it all goes to plan. This thing's a little awkward. Just kind of got to shove it to the side a bit. It doesn't need too much. It doesn't require too much effort, so I'll go bending it and stuff. Just like that. Okay. And then we want to get our 7mm Allen bolt and take out the slider bolts. So once you crack one, it's probably best to go to the other one. Do that right after. And loosen that off just a bit and go back to the other and loosen it out. And once they're fully loose, they can be a pain to get out, but it is best to get them out of the way as you take the caliper out. So if you can just wiggle them out somehow. The fronts were a lot easier because they don't have the strut obstructing it from coming out, so you can keep the whole assembly together and wiggle it out. So it's definitely tougher in the rear. So once you get these loosened out, I find it easiest if you just kind of use a pry tool and push it out from the threads, and then get behind it and just push it out there. And then you can grab it with your fingers and pull it out. And once the bolts are out, slider bolts, it should just come right up. It might need a bit of convincing, especially when it's this rusty and it's been left alone for this long. I don't know why that was so difficult. It's out. Trusty zip tie handy. So now from here, I just have to take the carrier bolts out, which are probably going to be very difficult and tight compared to the slider bolts, and then take this bolt out and the whole assembly should come apart. So I'll get doing that now. So these are 16mm bolts. I have my nice big breaker bar here and my trusty zapper. However, that does not have enough power to do it by itself, so I'm gonna break them before and then zip them the rest of the way off if my gun even fits, because looking at it now, it probably won't. Oh wow, I just put my weight on it and I felt it loosen. That's awesome. I didn't even mean to start loosening it. Now, where I tied this caliper is very inconvenient, so keep that in mind while you get this out of the way, because you actually want to get it out of the way. Like exactly what I didn't do. Alright, so I just retied it down here where the bottom of the strap mounts. Just don't want to have any tension on the rubber hose there, because that's how you get leaks. So it's just hanging out nicely, it should be good there. And then hopefully this top bolt comes off as easy as the bottom one did. Yeah, so much easier. Got my nice trusty socket and ratchet. Alright, there it is. Fairly easy. I'm going to screw these bolts right back in so that I don't misplace them. Someone's ripping. These roads around here to rip on. Always nice cars driving by. It's a nice treat of renting this spot. Get some nice ambient sounds, you know. These bolts will definitely need cleaning because I can barely get them in hand tight and I'm going to have to reuse them. The threads are okay. I think they just need a good clean. So, thankfully we don't have to replace it. And now that that's out, we just have the loose rotor just held in by this bolt. So loosen that off now and then give it a few whacks with the hammer. Hopefully not too many. The fronts came off with one, but they didn't have the drum brake assembly on the inside. These are probably going to give me way bigger of a challenge, which I'm expecting, but it is what it is. If I had to guess, the e-brake's pretty seized up. I dropped the e-brake and everything, so I know for a fact, and it's not in gear. It should be free spinning, and it's not. So, got a trusty hammer, give her a few whacks. Hopefully she comes off easy. Not the right thing. Okay, yeah, it's going. I can see it coming. Might give me a challenge because I see it's coming off sideways, but oh no. Look at that. Not as bad as I thought. So I have it kind of not centralized, so you can kind of see it better. The whole brake assembly. The whole brake assembly is wiggling with the rotor on the inside. So it's getting caught here and it's making it come off unevenly. I'm guessing because there's the e-brake line going through there. So it's just holding it stiff. Well, she's off. Just took a little bit of convincing, if you know what I mean. But I don't think I fucked anything up too bad. Like the whole assembly is loose, but it's not freely spinning. So I think that's a good thing. As to take the rest of this apart, I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video. I've actually never done a drum brake in my entire life, other than when I had auto shop when I was like 16. I don't fucking remember shit. And this shit is complicated. I'm not sure where to unbolt it, unlatch it. All I gotta do is clean all this shit out, get this out, and it's ready to start being put back together. So I'm gonna take a quick break, figure out how to get the drum brake out, and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so the rear left is now completely out. It wasn't too bad, just had to take out the little spring bolt things, and then the spring from the top and the bottom. So it didn't take too long. It's a nice refresher for me because it's probably been like 5 years since I've done something like this, back in the high school days. So now that I'm done on this side, I'm going to start to take apart the right rear, and then everything will be apart and I can start putting it all back together at the same time. So for now I'm just going to take a quick break and get back to you. Alright, Red Bull brake was a success. Ended up doing a lot of work just off camera. Decided to rip all this out while I knew how to deal with the other side. I had it all prepped to put back together, and then I wasn't sure how to do it, so I decided just to put it all back together 100%, and it all went well. I bought these brakes off of Facebook Marketplace off some random guy who assured me it would fit a 328i, so it actually does. Thankfully it worked out. Good deal on them, and they fit nicely. E-brake was working when I adjusted the gear when I went to spin it around, so I backed it off 2 spins. Now it spins, all greased up, ready to go, pins in it. I got a cover for the grass now so I don't get any ticks when I'm laying in it, and then I'm gonna probably time lapse myself putting this back together. Should be the best to watch, I think. So enjoy. Alright, that was painful, but it is all together. I think I'm pretty much good. I'm all torqued up on the main bolts on the back. Spins right now, as does the other side. So I'm gonna pull the e-brake now, and then hopefully stop spinning. Mint, that's exactly what I needed. Okay. Ah, not this side. Okay, okay. Tighten this thing like one more spin with this little screwdriver in here. Okay, spins. It's very difficult too, so I think it's gripping just a bit. Honestly, the same. Very difficult. And then pull that out, and then impossible to spin. Put all my effort into that with one hand, can't do it. And then, yes, can't spin it. All my weight on it. So, the e-brake is now officially 100% better. Start doing some handbrake turns. But yeah, so that is the back brakes done. It's all torqued up, all tightened up. And then I'm probably gonna take a quick break, get some dinner, and then hopefully tackle the fronts tomorrow. That might be it for today. I might come back and then do a bit of cleaning and stuff like that, but that's about it for now. So far, so good.